The stage. Hello, everybody. How about that? I think I've been live for 35 seconds and didn't even know it. I'm Jay Skinner, and this is a more official live buyers and sellers show. It's been 3 years, actually, since I've been live doing this from my office in the Indianapolis area. Some of you remember I was in one office and then I moved. We were in an apartment. I was in this looked like a little dark closet looking thing for several months. And then now I'm here in our new house that we built out in the country in Sheridan, Indiana, out in the country. And I'm so thankful for what we've got. I'm also thankful that you're here. And there's no question in my mind that some of you will be popping in and there'll be some comments and people will say something and want to say hi. And I just want you to know that I'm redoing this. I'm going to post a comment. Hey, everyone. Comment here. There we go. And you see that pop up, you'll know, okay, that's the area that you can type something in. And let's see, it seems to be going through and popping into my PDT Associates, my YouTube, that'd be PDT Associates on Facebook. I see the jskinner.com on, must be Twitch. And it looks like I can't post some comments to other locations, and we'll troubleshoot those. But I see already there's additional people popping on, and how cool is that? I want you to think about where have you been and what's been going on for the last 3 years as we got over all that COVID stuff and everything. I know I certainly have grown a lot and good things have happened. And well, here we are. So bringing you up to speed, since we last met, I've spent the last year helping build a company. And if you look in the comments associated with this show, you'll kind of get the whole history. But I've been working on a company called Integrity Commercial Products. And it's been like very interesting to build this company that's a rotationally molded products attached to another rotomolded products company called Integrity Rotational Molding, run by a fellow named Terry Stemple. We've known each other for over 20 years. He had these molds, these special products, and said, Jay, I've got these molds, got these products that are beautiful. They've been mothballed in the industry by another company. I bought them. Let's bring them back so that the commercial world has the opportunity to buy something like this and see what we can do with it. And so from almost zero, I mean, we had the products. That's a big deal. We had a molding company that's 25 years old doing custom molding that never had a proprietary product line. And we put together the website, product files, all the things that you need to do selling, and then showed up at a show in Vegas in last November called the ISSA show, and did this international show in the new exhibitors pavilion. And that launched us with a lot of distributors and reps around the country. And now it's turning into more and more people being interested in what we're doing. And I've got about half the country covered with manufacturers, reps, and distributors that, well, that's pretty good. And they're beginning to get quotes, place orders. Good things are happening with these beautiful, beautiful products. And I'm going to use this time, because this is my first big show, apart from a little short I did the other day off my cell phone. I'm going to actually get on our website, and it's integritycommercialproducts.com. And there we go. I can also shortcut it by going ICP, Integrity Commercial Products dash or hyphen. I look at, ICP-sales.com, and then it redirects to this. So if you get some sort of error, just keep going. It's okay. It's a safe redirect. But the regular website is called integritycommercialproducts.com. And let's see how everything's looking here. I want to just kind of see, we've got this, everything's rolling. Um, I wanted to see about, can I share my screen? Let's try that. We're going to try a couple things. And it's been a while since I've run the entire gamut here. So there we go, hit share, and away we go. Of course, I'm operating and producing this show from here. And I got 1, 2, 3 screens, and I'm pretty excited. So me, Jay Skinner. I'm out here doing some fun stuff. I haven't established a regular cadence to our show here yet. And I'll be bringing on some guests, and we'll talk about some important topics. At the same time, I'm going to show you, let's take a look at the website, see how that goes right here. I'm going to add it to the stage. Bingo, right there. See what there you go. Look at that. And this is the Integrity Commercial Products website right here that we built. And you can see that we have these things called dunnage racks, which are like small plastic pallets. It's my old world that go in refrigerators and freezers. And then I have these little guards, little green men to save you from falling into holes and going bad places. Tilt trucks, very important, rotationally molded. And look at this beautiful Integrity Eagle City can. And here's another beautiful rotationally molded, a corner type can. There's a dome type cam right there. And then we have, it's so much fun because you can go here and download this beautiful printable catalog. I'm bragging a little bit, forgive me, but built all this here in the last year. And, I want to show it off to you. So you can see that we have a paper or printed catalog that you can enjoy. And I'm clicking this. Let's let it load up here. I'm taking a lot of bandwidth. I can tell that. Look at that. We'll let that thing load up for a second. I'm going to get off that page and see if it loads up on its own while I show you some more things. We can do view our catalog. We have this fantastic online catalog. Let's see how that runs. And it's like, oh, there we go. And you can see there's pictures of products. I'm going to kind of go through here. So cool. Imagine now, for instance, these are super heavy duty waste containers and special tops that go on containers that you might already have. Then there's, of course, the dunnage racks, which are these all different sizes of special pallets for refrigerators and freezers in the food service industry, and they're fully food approved. And then, of course, we have this tilt truck, one version here, along with a lid that goes with it. And that's just the beginning, because we have additional ones coming on with special reinforcement, not just 5/8 inch cubic yards, but a 1.1 cubic yard to 1.5. And people are just waiting for us to come online with that. That's going to be fantastic as well. So yeah, I guess you can tell I'm kind of proud of what we got here. The way we've got it set up here makes it easy for everybody to get to. In the download section, drawings, all the things people need. And if this is interesting to you and you say, wow, this is good, I can put you in touch with a distributor who will work with you to make it so you can order the products and have them in your facility. A lot of my customers are facility managers or schools or hospitals or hotels or shopping malls or municipalities who need super heavy duty, great, products like this that quite frankly used to be out there a while back, 10, 15, 20 years ago, and not so easy to get in the quality that we have here. Just like everything else I ever sold before, you can throw them off the roof and they're going to bounce. They don't break, crack, and chip like other plastic products. So there's my big commercial there. We're on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. I got all that stuff going. Even got a blog, news. We're going to be at that big ISSA show in November. So there you go. Enjoy that. I see people are joining and taking a look. You're getting notified that I'm online for the first time in literally years with the Buyers and Sellers Show. Now, up here in the corner, you see something that's kind of interesting. And this is For Our Neighbor. And that's a little bit of an advertisement for some friends of mine that are great. It's a great church in the town where I live, and it's called the Crossroads Church at Westfield, and their program is for our neighbor. And the idea is everyone's supposed to love God with all their heart, soul, mind, and spirit, and love their neighbor as as yourself. And that's what Jesus said we should do. And I can't imagine anyone wanting to argue with that. And what a great ministry that's their thing. And they do lots of local ministry. And I love them. And I think for our neighbor is a wonderful thing to advertise for everybody and get you to think, what are you doing for your neighbor? So there's that. Anyway, here's something that I've thought about many times here in the last 6 months, especially over the last year or so. I'm big on them. If you look at all my old shows on the YouTube channel, you'll see that lots of behavioral dynamics guests. It's about what makes people tick. And my mentor and friend, Dr. Tony Alessandra, got me started in that with a book back in the 70s that said non-manipulative selling. How do you get out there and really make friends and influence people, Dale Carnegie, in a way that's very effective, gets the job done quickly, and you move forward? And so I'm learning a lot about even greater depth of what makes people tick. And that Tony's actually wrote a book like that, What Makes People Tick. And I've been learning from some other people, and maybe I'll have them on the show. But one of the things that's very, very important, and there's 3 areas, it's kind of the trinity of what messes people up. And this trinity would be, let's see if I can remember it: fear, shame, and judgment. And what I want to challenge you to do is think today is what drives you and makes you do or don't do things. And it has to do with what people are putting on you or what you might be putting on others inadvertently or on purpose because it's worked for you. And you may say, maybe I don't want to do that because it creates tremendous stress, which then in turn affects your nervous system, upsets your whole body. And before long, you're wondering why you're sick. You got a cold, you got this problem, you got aches and pains, whatever your problem is, it gets worse and worse and worse. I mean, it can get really, really bad because trauma comes through things like that. So what I want you to do is you can be influential. You can help other people do great things. But I want you to think about, can you stay away from inciting fear, FOMO, fear of missing out? It's an old technique in the sales industry. And what I want to say is it's worth mentioning if someone, hey, if you don't do this, you're going to miss out on that. Well, let's take it easy. Fear, shame. Someone does something you don't want them to do it. Or you say, if you don't do this, you're going to be like bad. Or you invoke some shame onto someone to manipulate them literally to do something. Let's don't do that. And then judgment. That's good, that's bad, that's sin, that's evil, that sort of thing. But Jesus said, judge not lest ye be judged. Well, what does that mean? I had a real big problem with that for a long time, not understanding, because of course you're supposed to take a look at the way things are and make some decisions. That's good, that's bad, I should do that, I shouldn't do that. Of course you are. You're supposed to judge according to what your faith and your beliefs are and make some decisions on what your next actions are going to be. Of course you are. But the judgment he's talking about is the judgment where you put it on other people and make them feel afraid or shamed about their decision making. It's like the Bible says that you don't need to judge people. You just love your neighbor and love your enemy. It's like heaping burning coals on their head. Oh my gosh, I don't want to heap burning coals on people, but that's the understanding. Let God do what God needs to do. Let people sort it out. You just love them and work with them and help them get what they need and want. Was it the great, let's see, who was the great sales guy? Zig Ziglar. Zig Ziglar. We remember him, and one of the important things that he said was, if you help enough other people get what they want, you'll get what you want for our neighbor. Hey everyone, God bless you. Thanks for being here. If you think, hey, where's the piano? I used to open up with a song or something like that. I'm working on it. This is my new office and my new house, and just getting the studio set up and going. So give me your comments. Jump in there. I'm looking forward to hearing from you and seeing what you have to say and what you would like me to do in terms of developing this show further. Love you. Thank you for your support. God bless you. What can I say? I'm so excited. The Buyers and Sellers show is alive again. Good night. Talk to you later.